At some point in my mid-20s, I became a collector of systems, morning routines, time blocking templates, habit trackers, productivity frameworks. I read all the books, watched all the videos, and bought all the journals with the prompts inside. And I kept optimizing, tweaking the ratio of deep work to shallow work, adjusting my sleep schedules on the 15-minute increments, trying to engineer the perfect condition for a productive, well-regulated life. The irony, and it took me an embarrassingly long time to realize, is that all the optimizing was a form of avoidance. While I was busy refining the systems, I wasn't actually asking the most uncomfortable question beneath all of that. What do I actually need? Not what works for the person in the YouTube video, not what the research says work on the average, but what works for me, this specific person, with this specific nervous system, at this particular point in my life. That question, and the practice of actually being able to answer it, is the thing that changed everything. And that's what this final video is about. Hello, I'm Venus. I'm a registered music therapist, a former accountant, and a recovery productivity optimizer. This is the final video on the T series, Time, Energy, and Attention. If you're new, I'll link all the others down in the description box below, but this one stands alone. Here's what I noticed about almost all productivity and well-being content, including, if I'm honest, some of my earlier videos on this channel. It assumes that if you do all the right things in the right order, you will feel better and function better. It treats the human nervous system like a piece of software that just needs the right amount of inputs. To a certain extent, I feel like most hacks would actually fix our hardware, our body, with daylight, caffeine, and some movement. But not everyone has the leisure or the resources. It might work for someone with a different history, different body, different life circumstances, different culture, different relationship to rest and effort and silence, but might do absolutely nothing for you. It might also actively make things worse. I spent years following other people's systems and feeling confused when they didn't fully work for me. I don't always have the best deep work period when I wake up at 5:30. The rigid time blocking made me feel trapped rather than productive, and I still wander around in my head when I follow guided meditation. It wasn't that the systems are wrong, it's that they were designed by people who are not me, for the people who are not me, in lives that are not mine. The most sophisticated productivity tool that I've ever encountered is not an app or a framework or a technique. It is the capacity to know myself well enough that I know what I actually need. On this day, in this season, in this particular point of my life, with this energy level, and to trust that over whatever the current consensus says that I should be doing. I want to be precise about what I mean by self-knowledge, because it gets used loosely. I don't mean knowing your personality type. I don't mean having done enough journaling to write a moving Instagram caption about your journey. I mean the operational kind, the kind that tells you in real time what is actually going on. Which of your three resources, time, energy, or attention, is actually running low right now? And why? Because the answer changes. A week of back-to-back social commitments drains energy first. A week of fragmented, reactive work scatters attention first. A week of too many obligations and not enough boundaries collapses time first. The entry point shifts, and if you're applying the same solution every time, you will miss it. As a music therapist, I think about this clinically. In my sessions, I usually use a non-directive approach. I follow the client, not a script, because what someone needs on week 3 usually is not what they needed on week 1. The work is alive, and the therapist's job is to track it accurately, not to impose a predetermined path. Your relationship with your well-being is the same. You are both the therapist and the client, and the job is to track it accurately enough to respond to what is actually happening, rather than what you have decided should be happening, or what you're supposed to be doing based on something you read 6 months ago. In practice, self-knowledge produces something that looks like an 80-20 principle. You start to notice a small number of inputs that produces the majority of your well-being, and a small number of things reliably drain you, regardless of how productive or virtuous they appear. Once you have those two lists, and they are personal to you, they're not transferable, you will stop treating your life like a puzzle to optimize, and start treating them like an actual life to inhabit. For me, and I share this as an example, not a template, the things that reliably move the needle are simple. No phone in the bedroom, viewing early daylight, some form of movement, brain dumping when I feel anxious, playing music for fun, and protect the first usable hour of my day on my own projects before anyone else's priorities get in the way. On a workday, I'll protect all these things. On a day off, I can let go of the structure entirely. Slower mornings, no agenda. Music when I feel like it, sometimes just silence. Longer meals, training hard, pushing my limits. During my luteal phase, I also adjust my diet and lifestyle. And this is not inconsistency. This is appropriate responsiveness to different contexts. The goal was to never have the same day on repeat. It was to know myself well enough to give each day what it actually needs. The days when I ignore what I know, when I push through despite low energy, when I fill quiet space with noise out of habit, when I perform productively instead of actually being present, I pay for it. Not dramatically, just the way that stress accumulators know very well. Quietly, invisibly, until the glass overflows. So how do you build this? Because know yourself is genuinely like useless advice without a mechanism. And here is the mechanism that works for me and I use often on my clients. Observe before you intervene. Before you add anything new, a new routine, a new habit, a new productivity system, spend 2 weeks just watching. Notice what activities leave you feeling more clear and capable. Notice which ones leave you depleted, regardless of how useful they look on paper. Notice the time of the day when your attention is the sharpest. Notice how you feel when you have different sleeping and eating patterns. Notice what restores you versus what you think should restore you. And the distinction between the last two is crucial. Many people spend their rest time doing things that they thought might energize them. Scrolling, watching, consuming, and then they wonder why they don't feel restored. Your nervous system knows the difference when your mind doesn't. Observe the actual output, not the intended one. And use the T framework as a diagnostic, not a daily system. Not today I will follow my T optimized routine. But what is low for me today? Is it time, energy, or attention? And what is the smallest thing that I can do to specifically address that? Some days the answer is a boundary. Some days it's movement. Some days it's silence. Some days it's music. Some days it's genuinely doing nothing useful for an hour and allowing your nervous system to breathe. The right answer changes. Your job is to be accurate enough to find it. And be honest about what your particular flavor of overwhelm looks like. The 3 types in this series, the energy drainer, the focus scatterer, or the stress accumulator, they are entry points, not permanent identities. Most people have a dominant pattern, but it shifts with life circumstances. Knowing your default makes you quicker to recognize it. Knowing it shifts makes you more adaptable when it does. I started this series with a story about a Tuesday at my desk, staring at the spreadsheet, exhausted in a way that I can't explain, running on 4 coffees, and the vague hope that the weekend would fix it. The weekend never fixed it, because the problem was not the weekdays. The problem was that I had no idea what I actually needed. I was so busy executing someone else's version of a successful life that I completely lost the thread of my own. And what I have now is not a perfect system. It's something more useful than that. It is a working knowledge of myself, what fills me, what drains me, what my body sounds like when it's okay and how it sounds like when it isn't. The knowledge is what this T framework is actually for. I'm not here to give you a better routine, but a more accurate map about yourself. The rest, the specific practices, the timing, the tools, you will figure out. You already know more than you think you do. The work is just learning to trust it. If you want a structured starting point of that self-knowledge, a baseline rate of where your time, energy, and attention actually are right now, the T assessment is the most useful first step. 2 minutes, free, personalized report. It won't tell you who you are, but it will show you where to look first. Link in the description box below. Take it when you're ready. And if you want to do this work with real support, a space that's built around your specific needs, not the script, the free consultation is where we start the conversation, also in the description box. And thank you for watching this series. Seriously, if any idea, any video that resonated with you, leave a comment below. And I will see you in the next one.